There's this Mark Cuban video I just watched, and on the video he was told, "Don't tell me what successful people do that made them successful. Rather, tell me what they don't do." He said so many things, but the one that I love most is when he said they don't learn, they stop learning, and it's true. He said, "Anything you know, the more you keep learning more on that field, the more you can improve your earnings." And the more you know more about your field, your business, your competitors, the more you can sell. The more data you have of the markets around your business, is the more you can increase it. When he said it, for a few minutes, it went into my head. He said, people think business is risk. You take risk, you just do it, and before till you close your eye, do business, take risk, sell your property. Like one who said he sold all his property, went into forex, and one who said he liquidated everything he had, went into real estate. They make it look like business is one thing where you take one big giant risk. Makuban was saying, don't look at the risk, don't look at your intuition. Some say follow your intuition, no, follow the data. The reason why computers are somehow smarter than us in executing taxes that they've known. It's because when computers have the right data, they're able to make the best decision. As human beings, it's the same thing. The other day, I wanted to build, I think this was a while ago, I wanted to build an inverter. And I was quite unknown on the steps I would, take. How do I create my own inverter that would be able to, work in when there's light, just when inverter works. And I started studying. At my leisure time, I would go through, videos, read setup, guideline, and I went on a DIY project and I was able to do it. Now I can assemble an inverter like before anyone. I know all the tools you need to get. If you want to increase it up, you want to get bigger output. I know basically all that has to be done. My Cuban talking about knowledge, it simply means business is not something you do out of risk. It's something you do out of knowing your odds. Billionaires did not get rich by throwing a dice and hoping, it gets in their favor. They got rich by holding a dice and making sure both the government, the lawmakers, the environment, every single thing will work in their favor. They don't leave anything to luck. They try to acquire as much information as possible, and with those information, they try to make things, possible. I started thinking about myself. Yeah, I have lots of targets. Sometimes I would feel bad about things I've not accomplished, I've not achieved. And then getting to look at myself, right? I figured out work-life balance. That I had to relax. Like right now, I'm supposed to be coding. I'm supposed to read up something. For whatever reason, I just started feeling like I was exhausted. And here am I on the bed. I want to have a massage. I want to relax. Wake up. I want to read again. I want to make sure every single thing that goes through me is well thought through. And whenever I feel fatigue, I stop. I don't want to work anymore. I want to keep learning. I feel I really have a whole lot to learn, and I feel the little knowledge I have is practically why where I am. So that means if I can learn more, I can earn more. And I'm no longer really focused on learning new things about software programming. I would employ people who carried it in their head while they were younger. What I want to focus on doing right now is learning how to manage people, pick up the best talents, assemble them. The wealthy, the billionaires, they're like every single person. They're just, we're all kids to start with. Or we were all kids to start with. So while we were growing up, we all had imaginations. So of us had imaginations of Spider-Man, Superman. Some had imaginations of being a pilot, driving an airplane. Mine is to be, a billionaire, have a very big, corporation. I love big houses. I love fancy things. I get crazy with imagination. I can imagine a house that is stumbled. I was a daydreamer. Now the difference is, as time goes on, reality start getting stuck on us. That, in as much as you imagine all this beautiful thing, they might not really come to pass. Just like when you say, "Oh, I'll buy a aeroplane one day," and you're practically struggling to feed and maybe pay your tuition fee in school, or you're basically having issues to get into Qatar for your family. So what happens to the thought of want to buy an airplane again? So after a while, we'll stop dreaming. But now billionaires are just practically overgrown kids that have the funds to push their imagination. So that reminds me, the other day I talked about how everybody holds your money. The thing is, how do you get it from them? What do you do? Or how do you make people give you money? By production, right? So I want to actually have two principles. The first one, I want to always make sure I am healthy at all time. I always make sure I am not happy. Happiness is not really something I want. I just want to be indifferent. I don't want to be upset. If I'm happy, good. It's a positive thing. But going to the red zone or being upset or being unhappy, unrest, no. So in other words, I want to make sure I always have a stable and positive mindset. I always want to be able to do few tasks. Before now, I'll tell you I want to walk, I want to kill myself, I want to over-accomplish, walk till blood comes out from my nostrils, walk till my eyes is blinking and I collapse. Oh my. I saw a video this morning where someone said, "Do you know how much Dangote has? He's worth 14 billion." And the person said, "If you're making 5 million naira every day and you're being told that, this is 5 million, I want you to save this 5, I think it was actually 5.8 million. So this is 5.8 million naira, almost 6 million. I want you to save it every blessed day." Do you know how long it will take you to save before you become as rich as Dangote, which is $14 billion? It will take you 3,000 something years. The average human being at the moment finds it difficult to live 100 years. 100 years times 10 generation times 30 generations, almost 40 generations. That means you come to this world almost 40 times before you be as rich as Dangote. Now that's if they're giving you 5.8 million every day. So now that begets the question: how do this wealthy get extremely wealthy? It's not by savings, you know. Savings actually it's a concept I want to completely take off my dictionary. I want to stop using that word savings. In fact, the way I want to be doing it, I want to be having targets and flip. That means, okay, I want 100 million, and then my flipping should be I want to make times 3 of this 100 million. Okay, I've aimed to make half a billion. I want to now work for some level of time and flip. Like, I figured out that people like Dangote, like he said, they don't really, the billionaires, they actually spend free money, in a sense that they will use their money to actually purchase something and go to the bank and carry free money. Like, if I have 100 million now, for instance, and I head over to the bank, and at the bank, I say, okay, this 100 million, I'm using it to buy a property worth this amount. Now I've bought that property. The property is mine, right? And practically what billionaires even do is not even property. They actually go more into investment, which is production. So property it's even the worst thing to use in taking collateral, because banks would really want to give you, banking real estate it's not as favorable in loan, acquisition as much as industrial, collateral. If I have an industry right now that produce this and I'm making this amount of money, and I have a track record to show for the past 6 years I've been producing this kind of goods, and I have huge, demand, and I'm not able to meet up demand, but I'm always selling out. Every bank wants to jump in to give me a loan because they know it's a certain interest. So as a billionaire, I take this loan from the bank, open up a factory, and I will keep on taking more loans because this bank already knows I have a factory that keeps on producing. Everybody wants to borrow me money. So I take in those money, they want to borrow me, and I keep on expanding more, depending on how creative I am into other industries. So what this simply means is this. If I can build up a product right now, that'll be so good. Every single person sees you actually benefit. Everybody wants to actually invest in something that they know has the potential to grow. So that is something I want you to understand. And in the world of the billionaires, there's only one thing that rules. It's called productive mindset. Everybody who has ever made a billion was a producer of something, either a service or a product. So in my own life, I've told myself that I'm going to produce as many things as I discover. You see billionaires or billion-dollar companies, they're always going into one research, another research. In fact, what they really spend their money on is on research. They're trying to learn more. They're trying to get better skills. They're trying to, tutor their staffs, their company and parastatals so they can actually get better. They're trying to get into the next technology to make production, more easier because, every single billionaire, every single factory owner, industrial owner wants to get more machine that will make production more easier. It's only poor people who are down that will keep on telling you hard work, hard work, hard work, as if hard work equates to or maybe going through pains. I see the pain, the grind. I don't want to be hearing those kind of motivation again. Nobody should tell me about pain and grind. Are you going through pain more than that truck pusher who puts lots of cement and sand and walks from morning till night with cement all over his face and his nostril? Are you as hardworking as a security guy who doesn't sleep, on his torch from morning till night, goes through patrol? So let's face the facts. I don't know whoever gave that conception that you have to be hardworking in. Yeah, you have to be hardworking, right? It's something you have to do. But when I mean hardworking, I'm basically talking about people who just take the hardworking contest. I feel you have to be hardworking on anything to make it. No, if you want to become a billionaire, you have to be hardworking at producing things, services, or goods that people would not be able to do with or do with that. You have to be able to offer something that will be a high demand of. It's the demand that makes you rich. It's not how much you're making in a day or it's the demand. Dangote sits right now is having billions of dollars worth of demand for his products. A drug dealer has lots of junkies in the streets demanding heavily for his drugs. The Arabs, they have the whole world waiting for crude oil so they can produce natural gas and all that. So it's all about producing something. So it's easier to produce things when you learn, just like I was able to get done with the fact. And I imagine I was doing trial and error. I was buying random things. I've not done an inverter before from scratch, and I want to just start doing it offhand without anything, without doing proper research, the do's and don'ts, without trying to know the concepts. The real truth is, it's difficult starting up a business that has no prior knowledge around. Like, if I want to start up in an industry that has not been there before, like imagine the first people who came up with chats, instant messaging, web streaming. Those kind of industries are difficult because then you don't have any data to know, right? So those are the ones I actually call innovative or eventful, solutions. We're able to bring something completely unique into the whole system. But for me, I don't want to really be focused on invention anymore. I think I want to be focused on innovation. I want to be able to learn as much as possible. I have a beautiful mind that figures out patterns. So I would try to create things I know would be of high demand. That is just the easiest way to be a billionaire. Then keep on coming up with smarter way to market it and smarter way to boost your demand. You see the demand for Coke. That's why the Coca-Cola company is always going. Look at every single company you've seen. Every single company that you have seen that went bankrupt. Every single company. There are two things that will make a company go bankrupt. Either the owners of the company are mismanaging the money, they're not even hoping on producing anymore, and their production stops. They eat both their capital, so there is no capital to run the company into producing, or the demand for that production or for that thing they produce gets low. So maybe they still have lots of people who loves their products, and now people are no longer buying the goods as they used to buy before. Those are the things that will make a company, kind of go through a turmoil. Apart from what I just said now, a company would at least find a way to move on. So me now, I'm gonna really be focused on how I can consistently keep my demand going. I mean, mismanagement of fund, I don't really think I'll be stupid enough after I've learned all these things to start mismanaging. So I would sit right now and start looking for things that I know will be on high demand, things that people would love. Because right now it's no longer what I love anymore. The poor man. I don't know how they told people to follow your passion. Good, you can follow your passion and become a billionaire, but I don't think I need anything else to do my passion anymore. I think I want to act like a ruthless businessman. I want to follow what people need. Those drug dealers, they don't have any passion for drugs. It's not like they're taking drugs. They don't even take. They don't even consume their product. They just know people want this. It's on high demand, and they build up a drug empire worth billions. So what I'm actually trying to say is, I'm trying to give you the darkest example. That's really let you know that in order for you to be wealthy, does Dangote eat cement? Does he have passion in producing cement? He might tell you have passion in what is it called again? In helping people, build their house. Tell him you should dash cement for free now. Yeah, see if you won't look you someone. So every single person is actually basically focused on, or billionaires are basically focused on relaxing. That's why you see me relaxing right now. I'm really beginning to live the life even before the money comes in. Second one, you know how to imagine. That is where realization comes in. Like, I've been watching this video on YouTube about a house, one of the biggest mansions in the world. The mansion is what I want to stop using the word house. House is for people who are just managing their life and think that, and people who are just okay. People who are just in the society doing well. Mansion is for people like the top, top movers and shakers of the world. People like incoming us and the incoming you, maybe, because I know lots of people following me. Everybody go make if I used to think I will inspire everybody to aspire, it's not possible. It's just few of us that will become the 1% of the 1% finally, because it's just few of us that will be willing to commit to the goal. Other people will just wish they had money to get this. Wish. How committed are you to it? We commit to 4 years of academy. We commit to years in studying a skill, in learning how to create softwares, in learning how to draw and design, learning how to sing. But have you been committed in saying I want to be a billionaire? You can be committed in saying I want to have a business. Like, there's so many business. I want to have a business. I want to have a hotel. I want to have a club. I want to be a startup, a tech founder. I want to aim a tech firm and that'll be top 500. Good. Once you aim it, you put your whole mind to it, you'll get it. But for you to get it, it's not going to be easy. So how committed can you be on it? So people really lack those commitments. And so that's why at the end of the whole day, you go to a factory, see a security man dressed on security uniform, 33, 34, 35 is old. I say he's old, he's matured. He's not a child. He should be chasing his dreams, but he's a security guard. You basically see people do normal jobs. You head over to the fast food. Somebody opens the door for you. Somebody asks you what you want to order. The waitress, the waiter, like, no, everybody cannot be rich. If everybody gets rich in this world, it will not be sweet. It will not even make sense. If everybody is a billionaire now, who want to serve who? So it's good that the wealthy people have been deceiving the average masses that they should follow their passion. Why those ones are thinking of production? The mindset of the world, the billionaires that produce, the mindset of the average people is work hard. When you start thinking production, you no longer think of working. You think of expanding production, which means employing more people to keep working. So anybody who keeps on telling you work hard, grind hard, has the working mentality. Anybody who keeps telling you how they can expand their production or business, how they can employ more people, buy more engines to help their staff. The way you hear a wealthy person, somebody's going to be billionaire or somebody's going to be world to talk, they're always using the terms of how they can buy more instruments so their workers can keep working, how they can buy more things to ease production and reduce expenses and labor. They're tired of people fainting in the factory. It's always them pushing the work onto people, and those are the ones controlling the world. The ones who you see working so hard, telling you work hard, don't give up, die. Work till you're about to perish. It's good for them. Or like I said, it's just few of us that will be the 1% of the 1% that will enjoy life. If everybody starts enjoying life like us, it won't be good. So those ones, it can grind, it can work hard. But for me, I'm a one generation. I want us to focus on work-life balance. Like right now, I'm relaxing up a bit. Go smoke up a bit. Go through some luxury mansions. I won't even start storing billion naira properties. I think I'm going to starting to. I would engage all these top real estate firms and go inspect properties worth billions of naira. And I will do it under my company name, Land Niger, so I can also tell them, okay, fine, I will also help you remarket this property. My own is to tour it and help you get a buyer ASAP. So while I'm touring this property, I would know what's and how the world is. Imagine, tired of seeing duplexes everywhere around me. But everyone is having 5-bedroom duplex and you're feeling like you've made it in life. You still work hard every day. If anybody asks you what's the secret to your success, you say work hard. Is leverage. That is what people do. Leverage. Dangote doesn't work hard anything. This will use leverage. Bigate, he has a leverage. He patented so many of those softwares. We have Apple. Do you know how many patents these companies have? Pharmaceutical company, the person who brought the money to fund the research, after he employed chemists who don't read book die, physicists who don't carry book key himself, those ones will come up with one solution. All he does is to bring the capital, which he must have inherited or made from other thing. He finances it, gets a license, builds a pharmaceutical company. The demand for the drugs becomes high because those those chemists and that physics, those two people, they too read. So they produce what people can't like, and the medicine can't work. High demand, people buy, but the person who funded the company will just pay chemists and physicists salary, dash them small money, pockets the many billions. If those ones misbehave, he sacks them and employs other people who don't read chemistry and physics die. So you get to see that it's leverage that makes you wealthy, makes you a billionaire. Hard work, okay. So let me relax up a bit. Go smoke up a bit, relax up. Feed my imaginations. When I tell you I'll be doing things like reading book, open my book channel, those things will be easier now because nobody's killing. Before I'll tell you, I have so many things on my head. Yeah, they're still there. One after the time, not killing myself anymore. The most important thing is to be happy, to be of sound mind. Anything that looks like it wants to give me a headache, I will run. So I can just become enough to think production, not hard work. Think how can I produce the best, how can I have the best quality products. I started telling myself that my services are whack, with all due respect to myself. Boost my tutorials, let me have the best tutorials ever. Let my what is it called again, coding, any kind of tutorial I want to do, let it be the best. I want people to buy one course from me and they will love it so much that they will buy everything. I want to be one guy that, like, you can't stop consuming his content. So I have to produce content that will be able to, be what they demand. Those are the things that make me more relevant, get me more network. I have to make sure I give. I have to be in different field of businesses. So in order for me to get to this stage, I need to learn more. After learning, I need to network. So that is where I have to start moving around. So that's why I'm no longer telling myself I want to kill myself. Now I want to start meeting people. I want to go register for one of the best golf clubs here in Abuja. I want to start heading to the gym. I don't want gym. I want to be working at home, but I want to be going to the gym once in a while. I want to be able to meet people. I want to be able to go to parties. I want to be able to, provide solutions. I want to be able to host seminars. I want to be able to learn more. I want to be able to meet bright people who are smart. People who get sense, they don't get money. Come, give me your idea. I want to be the Thomas Edison. You think he was the one who developed electricity? I've forgotten that full story. I think they said, was it Thomas? No, there was someone is it Nikola Tesla? I've forgotten who employed who, and the person discovered something and the other one pocketed it. So it simply means as I am right now, I can fund a very big research. Or more people are smart. I don't get wisdom, rich starting people. Me will be saying my mama, my papa, they separate. Things affect me for life. I go through shege. There is no amount of way that the opportunities that I missed, I will never get back. The books I should have read, I think I should have learned. But the people who had their mother and their father together, the people who studied, they went abroad immediately, they have all the degrees, came out with flying colors. Let's employ them. Then let's employ the daydreamers that I still daydream now. Like before now, I could daydream. The people who right now, they can't act, right? That means they don't know how to focus on anything in their life, but they can dream beautiful concepts. They have the best ideas. They will tell you 200 business ideas. They don't know how to do anyone. Find people like that, be friends with them, buy them a bottle of drink, make them your friends, take them around your mansion. They'll keep spitting business ideas. You help them execute it. When you get to you give them a couple of, like, what I should be doing more is just thinking of how can I produce what, looking for what to produce, opportunities to capitalize on. Yeah, I'm a software programmer. I'm thinking of also getting to, expand my business knowledge. I want to be more on the business world. Learning how to code or learning 200 languages will not make me what, I want to become. I don't want to be that guy who is going to end up in this, in this duplex. I want to be somebody who is going to have a big ass mansion. I want to wake up one day, so but I don't do day for land. I would like day for sea for the next 2 months. That Atlantic Ocean side, I just around that place. I want just to move around, carry my yash go. Also, I don't tire for water. I want just the air small. Just the just from one carry my helicopter from one mountain go to the Amazon, from the Amazon to one island. Just they move around air. Just the one eagle, one hawk will just pass me. Just they carry coconut, they're not already open. They drink, they suck fresh mango for inside of the cup. Just they live life the way I want live. That life of I don't need crowd. Who think be quoting concern me with Rolls Royce again? I said before they talk all those things. One more. I don't know the way my brain is actually changing. It's living that slave mentality era. I can't really believe I'm becoming emancipated from mental slavery. Mental slavery is when you're thinking of I want to buy, I want to be showing off. Man, you don't need the yash. You don't need it to show off to people. But they don't see that. What concern me with you? You can't want differently. I can't want differently. Mine is to produce what hundreds and millions of people, billions of people would use. Get all the money I can, so I can imagine beautiful things and bring them into reality. Not do like this. Imagine one beautiful concept. As Elon Musk then I don't imagine how moon go be. Don't they fund SpaceX to fly enter moon? Those things are imaginations we all dream, and we just say one day we'll go to the moon. And someone is acting on it. He does it tomorrow. You want to have the experience. Before he has can't go patent that kind of thing. When you don't make all your research, that guy has secured his children self too small. How many they the kind legacy that guy is living? He still needs more people self to the okay. Although he just needs one child that will be sane enough to take off the legacy. It's only when you're relaxed a bit you can start having beautiful imagination. When was the last time you imagined things? As adults, we don't even imagine anything anymore. We're just thinking about our problem. Every blessed day they calculate the plenty things we want solve. You don't want this. I want a better life. I want this one. I want plenty trouble. When you do like this, you're relaxed, they happy, they imagine sweet, sweet things. That's as if we're all addicted to alcohol or drugs or something, because that's the only thing that takes us from the normal slave mentality. Work, 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 make it recycle, work, 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 burn yours. I'm not burning myself out. I want to work like a smart man. Right now, I want to go look for fresh mango. Right now, that's what, have fresh mango, smoke up a blunt, relax up, have a massage. Just cold, finish up what I'm supposed to do, deploy it, come back, have a quiet meeting, relax up again towards the evening, wake up and do some minor touches. Nobody is killing himself. Oh. Those 12 hours, 18 hours a day, hard work. No, 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 I don't want it. Work out so I can be fit. Let my mind be open. Let me be smart enough. I don't want to be champarding things on my head every single day. That's why I see very wealthy people. They're able to remember things. A poor man is always consuming so much information. 30 seconds you're on TikTok. A wealthy man will sit down, he's reading a book for hours. He's just consuming one content. He's listening to the author of the book writing something very reasonable. He consumes the knowledge slowly. Poor man is on Twitter, on TikTok. 1 second you're watching somebody dancing, and now you're watching another video. You're watching so many content at the end of the day, they're not giving you anything. So every blessed day, we don't even consume content that will improve us. No matter what field you are, you can get better every single day. The data are there. You can always optimize yourself. You can always do better than how you're doing. You can always increase your productivity every single day. There are data in your presence telling you that, okay, fine, this last thing you did was like this. So if you had done it better, to that, like, there are different strategies you can keep on trying in your business. There are different things that can actually help people. You don't see it because you're on the slave mentality of work, work, work. And then finally, when you're less busy, you want to go crave the attentions of other slaves. How many times do you see billionaires enter news? How many times do you even see them make comment on comment section? And not like they can't, but they're just in their own world. It's only people like, I think Elon. What Elon does more is just supervising, moving around. Make his comments once in a while. Is on his Twitter. He relaxes. Those people don't. There was a video where a tweet where they said Elon Musk was lying down on a small bed. It's not about the size of the bed, man. He has a very big mansion somewhere. It's about the fact that he's not. It's just like when you have so much money, you can just imagine you have a business, right? Or you're a wealthy man. You have this big mansion in the village, and you're preparing for an occasion, and everybody's cooking rice. Some people are cleaning the compound. Some people are arranging things around the compound. What happens? You can wear your nightgown and move around. Other people will be trying to do. Some people want to. Okay, imagine you own a company. Everybody's putting on suit, putting on tie, trying to impress you. You own the company, and everybody reports to you. You're the chairman. What happens? You can just wear your simple house clothes, like come office. Where is your manager? You're like, because you own the place. Like, you're not this. Like, you don't have any reason to prove anything to anyone. They all work for you. Now that is how the world they feel. They feel like they own the world. They feel like they have the connect. Like, they don't have anything to do. They don't have to please any peasants. That's why Elon Musk can go to a small bed and relax there. He doesn't have anything. You all know he who is the boss now. But someone like you will be like, if I lie there, it's somehow for me, because you feel those external things, aggravate you. The only thing I want that the only drug I want to take now that would high me is the drug that would make me, focus on production. I think that's the only thing. If that at all any drug can, no drug can. So basically, I just have to clear my head up and start. I want to be watching videos on factory. I want to be watching videos on what companies has produced, what services they brought. I want to see what companies were doing, how they were making money before they stopped making, how they were not making money before they started making. Those are the kind of things I want to be consuming, so I can also start making money in my company. Not going through Instagram, TikTok, watching random content and telling myself I'll be a billionaire. How the hell do you want to get? You need to live your life and start doing the things those people do. So I think season 3 is one of the best. Like I said, the knowledge is more profitable than the money. Okay, see you all next time. This is the gist for today.